We're back, joined now by Matt Lyons, the Director of Planning and Conservation for Long Beach Water. Matt, welcome back to our show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us why conservation is so important.
In Southern California, we have historically relied on imported water supplies for about 50% of the water that we need. But those supplies over the last many years have been reduced. In fact, they've been permanently reduced, even though it's an essential supply for Southern California. And so our economy and our population have grown, and they'll continue to grow, hopefully. And the way we've managed this permanent reduction in the imported supplies is through our expanded reclaimed water and our conservation programs. And this is sort of an interesting fact. As an example, in Long Beach, right now we're using the same amount of drinking water, or potable water we call it, as we did in the early 1960s, even though obviously our population and economies have grown.
I know that Long Beach Water some years ago instituted a very aggressive conservation program, including a municipal ordinance limiting watering to certain days, and we were pretty well recognized throughout the country for being the first and aggressive in this area.
That's right. We could see that a water shortage in Southern California was inevitable. And so we laid the groundwork.
You got ahead of the curve.
Exactly. We prepared ourselves so that we could effectively manage that. And then when the water shortage came, we implemented our programs. And because we had prepared ahead of time, these programs really nobody was harmed by any of this. People's water rates didn't go up because of the shortage.
Well, it's good foresight in what you were doing. Kevin, it's ironic. You're in the business of selling water, and yet you're urging your customers not to use it.
Well, that's why water is managed as, by government, and we have, a monopoly. To some people is a bad word, but we have a monopoly. It allows us to invest in encouraging our customers to use less of our product. If we were a for-profit company, we obviously couldn't afford to do that, or some competitor would take us out of business.
Matt, one of the most prominent of your many conservation efforts is the so-called Lawn to Garden program, where you can get up to $3,000 from them if you convert your lawn, which uses a lot of water, to California drought-tolerant plants. And you recently had a tour where you highlighted and showcased it, and you brought some pictures. So let's show a couple of before and after pictures of a lawn that uses a lot of water, and we don't want that, so we're going to throw that one away. And look what we have. Beautiful. Tell us about this.
So the grass lawns, the grass does not naturally grow in our semi-arid region. And these kinds of plants that you're looking at now do. A grass lawn needs about 80 inches of water to be applied to it each year in Southern California. And these landscapes effectively need only about 10 to 15 inches.
Here's another before and after. Nice house, but with a thirsty lawn. And we get rid of this thirsty lawn, and we have this beautiful, beautiful home. It adds to the home, I think.
It absolutely does. We interviewed the people who have been through the program, asking them why they did it and how they like their landscapes. And there are several reasons. One of the major reasons was that they believe that it beautifies their home. Another reason goes back to that idea that we are in a semi-arid region. In fact, we're almost in an arid region. We get so little rainfall here. And people who have done these, a lot of them are feeling like, this is the only responsible way we want to be. Exactly.
Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Kevin, exactly. You have programs not only lawn to garden, but also for commercial entities like the SIP program. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, one of the things is, for residential customers, there are certain things that, we know make sense. We have toilet rebates and shower head rebates and washing machine rebates and dishwasher rebates. But when you go to different types of industries, there's really no standard rebates. So we have a kind of an open-ended program that any one of our commercial industrial...
The SIP program, savings incentive program.
So rather than us try to figure out what makes sense to them, We just simply say, we've got a program based on a calculation of how much water you can save and the way we'll fund it. You come in, we'll work with you, we'll develop a program, we'll customize it to your particular factory or restaurant or whatever, and whatever it is that makes sense for you to do to save water, we'll help pay for that.
I can't get over the fact that they are giving money to their customers not to use their product. It's mind-boggling, but it makes sense when you step back and look at the whole picture.
When you look at it from the customer's perspective, and this is a point I always try to make, when you look at it from the perspective of our customers, it's the most cost-effective way to meet their water supply needs. Yeah. It is, Art.
Well, Matt, we're going to put up the website of the Lawn to Garden program that if they still have money, $3,000, be a good citizen, get a pretty lawn. The people are happy with their new drought-tolerant lawns.
They're very happy, and this is an award-winning program, by the way, and it's been emulated from water agencies from around the state. It's the best program of its kind in the state of California.
I just can't help but mention, before Matt leaves, that he's a graduate of the Kennedy School of Government, has a master's there, so that's pretty high-level stuff.
Very impressive.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back with the rest of our show after these messages.
How do you like your chances the rest of the way?
I got no idea. But I do know that if we stay with Naples Rib Company, at least we won't go hungry.
Coach, what do you think about some of those questionable calls tonight?
Yeah, but if you want a sound call, I'd call Naples Rib Company. You can't miss on that call.
Then Naples Rib Company is part of your game plan?
There really is nothing more motivating than a great barbecue meal at Naples Rib Company.
Victory or not, Naples Rib Company, great game plan.
At Performance Plus Tire, you'll find we carry Toyo tires. For over 50 years, Toyo has been a world leader in the development of high-quality tires. Optimum performance, safety, and a comfortable ride. That's what makes Toyo tires great. And now come into Performance Plus Tire for a great deal on these Toyo tires. Proxys ST, Open Country AT, and Proxys 4. Toyo tires, driven to perform. Come in today and we'll install new Toyo tires on your vehicle while you wait. Performance Plus Tire on Cherry Avenue, 1 mile north of the 405 in Long Beach.
When I was a boy growing up in Italy, I had a dream to own my own store. I came to the United States and I worked hard as a tailor. Hi, I'm Umberto. I've been in Long Beach since 1960, carrying the finest quality men's clothing. Italy's a long way away, but styles are just around the corner. Umberto, 2141 Bellflower, Long Beach.
Who needs this modern world? I can live just fine out here without the road rage and boy bands. Of course, I might miss my Charter HD with football on ESPN and Walking Dead on AMC. ESPN and AMC. And, well, Shark Week on Discovery HD. But that's all. AMC, ESPN, Discovery, TBS, and Comedy Central HD. But that's it. Except for HBO HD.
Charter now has over 100 HD channels and more brilliant HD shows on demand than ever.